Let me tell you a tale from the waning twilight of the Forgotten Realms, where the border between the living and the dead is thin as a sigh. Picture the Necropolis of Fallen Kings, a city carved for the silence of the grave, consumed by fog, where crumbling mausoleums shoulder forgotten names, clawing up through the mist in mute supplication to stars that no longer shine here. The very air thickens with the weight of centuries, scented with rot and magic gone stale, and each step stirs the tattered memories of those who could not rest. In this forsaken city, the restless dead jostle with the wounded living, and curses hang like cobwebs from the old king's crowns. Into this pallid gloom walks Elian, a half-elf draped in mort-cloth robes stitched with ancient sigils, a necromancer by curse more than calling. His eyes, the color of storm-washed slate, flicker beneath a hood heavy with ash and regret. Long ago, Elian was a scholar filled with the light of discovery and a love for all things living, none more so than his sister, Melee. To preserve her life when sickness crept over her like a shadow, he reached for forbidden knowledge, whispering words meant to cheat death itself. It would be a small price, he had thought in his lonely tower. Clutching the ritual scroll, his heart pounding with hope and dread all at once. But magic cares little for mortal love, and fate even less. The ritual twisted, snapped, and in a moment of agony, Elian felt his soul torn. Melee's spirit snared between this world and the next, denied peace, her eyes forever pleading in his nightmares. Now he walks these haunted crypts, burdened by guilt and desperation, seeking atonement, though he doubts he deserves it. Perhaps I can repair what I have ruined, Elian murmurs, fingers trailing along a tomb carved with faded runes. Or at the least, set others free, even if I can never free myself. With each step into the necropolis's heart, Elian feels the tug of spirits clamoring for release. Flickering blue wraiths circle old gravestones, their whispers an unceasing litany of longing and grief. Yet as he probes deeper, casting rituals meant to soothe or to sever attachments, he uncovers a festering truth, a force more malignant than even the most bitter ghosts. Something ancient manipulates the dead, their agony channeled through a latticework of corruption, hungry not for peace, but for power. Lelian's resolve weathers under this revelation, and a new terror roots in his heart. What if his own meddling has fed this darkness? Is this my debt? The price no spell can absolve, he wonders, voice brittle as old bone. Across the cracked flagstones, a chained night specter claws at the earth, only to dissolve into shadow. His journey becomes a madman's chess game, in ruins choking with years of despair. Elian must loosen the bindings that rot beneath every stone, freeing the spirits yet risking the notice of the malignant force. At every turn, temptation and threat entwine. The darkness promises to restore Mela in full if only Elian surrenders his troubled soul. But to do so would doom the city, let rot sweep from stone to flesh, tainting the living with the bitterness of broken souls. When at last Elian confronts the heart of the necropolis, a pit wreathed in foul vapor and crowned with a throne of shattered bone, the malignant force reveals itself. It is not an idle shadow, but a godling of entropy, a hunger forged from the anger and grief of uncounted dead. Sluice laughter curdles the fog, rattling the very marrow in Elian's bones. Why do you struggle, Necromancer? Your debt is eternal. Give me your soul, and I grant these spirits rest. Deny me, and you lose both sister and self. Yet Elian's hand trembles over the phylactery he's made, a vessel for his own torment. He feels Mela's phantom touch, a wisp at his shoulder, and knows he stands on the precipice of all things lost. If sacrifice can end this, if payment must be made, let it be I who pays, he whispers, agony hot in his veins. With a defiant snarl, Elian pours his soul's light into the phylactery, casting himself as the seal to cage the godling's will. Spirits scream, chains shatter, but the ancient hunger is bound, if only by a thread. Mela's echo flickers, her eyes at last gentle, but her lips cannot speak. The fog thickens anew, swallowing the shrieks and leaving only hollow quiet. Elian sinks to his knees amid crushed ivy and bone, his body freed, yet his soul a battlefield behind his exhausted eyes. I have bought peace, he thinks, but the price is never paid in whole. So ends one night's tale in the Necropolis of Fallen Kings, where debts to death linger and the living learn the cost of redemption in silence and shadows. As the city settles, rumors swirl. The restless dead have stilled for now, but in the deep mist, a half-elf with haunted eyes walks, neither wholly damned nor saved, a prisoner of his own sacrifice. What would you have done, standing at the edge, your soul the last coin to barter for peace? In the Necropolis of Fallen Kings, debts never truly die. Whisper your thoughts in the comments and suggest the next tale by firelight. And if you, too, walk the edge between shadow and story, remember to subscribe and like for more legends from the darkness. No debt, not even to death, need go untold.